The energy that it took you to come here this morning, the drive, the couples that are together, times at least 90. You would have to do something like this 90 times in a row, maybe 120 times in a row in terms of energy, unity, and drive to see your modification through from beginning to end.
This event today has an incalculable value. As a community, we can have the dignity of the people who have been affected most by these issues, have a voice and a platform to be able to speak out with all of the key stakeholders. Here you have the media, you have representation from the federal government, banks, and others.
On B of A's recorded message when you call into the foreclosure department, it lists all these things that would qualify you. I fall under all of them. My home is no longer worth what it was when I purchased it. I had a drastic loss of income, cut in hours to boot on top of the loss of income, death in the family, divorce, I mean, you name it, I'm there. I fit in all of it. And I have worked so hard with the assistance from a very good friend of mine. He's kind of helped me along the way. I've gotten forensic audits done. I've done the whole spiel. I'm told that I qualify by NACA, and then B of A shoots it down and says I don't qualify for whatever reason. And I'm still here 2 years later without a modification. I have thought that it was hopeless quite a bit. It's very stressful. Receiving all the repeated denials and, you know, one person telling you qualify, but yet you still don't get the modification. It's been extremely stressful, to say the least, and it affects your health. I have high blood pressure, and I just want to try to get a resolution and be able to keep my home. I don't want it for free. I will pay for my home, but I just need a more reasonable and affordable monthly payment.
Y cumplimos con todos los requisitos que el Banco de América nos pidió, pero es hora ya un año que ellos no nos han respondido, nomás nos dicen que nos tienen en espera, que nos están chequeando los papeles. Entonces estamos preocupados porque no queremos perder nuestro hogar.
There is nothing more maddening for a homeowner than to witness a bank doing something that you know is wrong. They tell you, you see that they got a bailout, you want to know where's my bailout. How come they're willing to foreclose on me and sell it to a new buyer for less money than what I'm willing to pay in a modification? You have to understand, the banks, we are a free market society. The banks have a single purpose. The government is trying to encourage, to try to educate, to try to prompt and incentivize the banks to not stay single-purposed. But their single purpose is to do what, class?
The government cannot control what lenders do. So a lender could say, no, we don't want to work with you, we don't want to work with the consumer, we don't want to work with anybody. We're just going to do what we want to do. However, I will tell you that the majority of lenders, the majority of the major lenders, do in fact work with all HUD-approved housing counseling agencies.
No one should go through the process of attempting to modify their loan without going hand in hand with the free services that are being paid by the U.S. government to the housing counseling agencies like this one, and there's many others. There's a table in there with all the housing counseling agencies in the Inland Empire.
Pues sí me ayudaron porque en verdad el Banco de América nos ha traído vuelta y vuelta y vuelta y nunca nos habían dicho o preguntado por algún otro papel para darnos la modificación. Ellos dijeron que estaba bien y que esperáramos, pero aquí nos dijeron realmente cómo trabajan los bancos y lo que necesitamos para seguir haciendo nuestra modificación.
I will tell you that as far as loss mitigation and foreclosure prevention with the lenders goes, it is very fluid. Perhaps what they were not doing yesterday, they are doing today.
As you undertake this challenge, it can be done. Over 1 million individual households have had their loans modified. But it takes virtually a part-time job on your part.
Bueno, la verdad es que ahora te digo, voy con una esperanza, con esperanza de que la modificación se va a hacer y la casa no se va a perder.
I know that it's not easy, but I want to thank you for coming here this morning. Again, encourage you to stick with it. Use the services of these local organizations and don't give up.